Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome to our welcome to Institute of Global Professional Free International webinar. Thank you all for joining with us in this marvelous session, and I hope you stay with us till the program end. And time to time, you like our Facebook page, Facebook group, and our YouTube channel for upcoming information. And don't forget to tag, share, and mention your friends in the comment box because your attachment encourages us to do better and best services to our lovely audience. Our mission is to empower our youth, so stay with us by your support. Dear participants, every day some new participants join with us, so I have to give little concept about IGP. Institute of Global Professional serves community and student resource providing holistic social work and education for create a competent generation. IGP is an online leading skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. We organize our webinars, seminar, training, online and offline courses, etc. by best and trained speakers from all over the world. Dear participants, before we have completed our 895 webinars successfully, now I will be presenting webinar number 896 and the topic name is Developing Personality and Enhancing Skills. Before starting our today's live program, I request everyone to share this webinar in your newsfeed and social media. And also don't forget to mention your friends in the comment box. Today our speaker name is Mary Stark Clarice P. Story. She is a faculty University of Perpetual Health System. She is a registered author and writer. She is also certified high impact inspirational speaker and also certified human resource associate. And she is certified research consultant. We welcome our speaker to the screen.
Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. By the way, my name is Mary Easter Claire Perez Torres, but you may just call me Miss Meg. Hold on. Let me just present my PowerPoint. Is it visible now? Hello. Okay. So let me just present my. Okay. So today, uh, good afternoon, everyone. Here and everywhere in the world right now. No, I'll be discussing with you developing personality skills and enhancing skills. Okay, so let me start with this saying: success is a journey, and it is not the destination. Disappointments, rejections, unsuccessful attempts, and criticisms are not failure to the successful people. Failures are actually the part of success. Winners use failures as stepping stones to success. This is the only difference between people who win and people who don't. Okay, so today, this is what we are going to discuss, and I'm sure that everyone will learn something from today's discussion. So first, let's define the concept of personality. So when we say personality, it is that pattern of characteristic, thoughts, feelings, and behaviors that distinguishes one person from another and that persists over time. So it is the sum of biologically based and learned behavior which forms the person's unique responses to environment stimuli. Okay, so the only difference between personality and our some people tend to think that personality is the same with behavior, but actually, personality is long lasting. It is the aspect of a person that stays with us, okay, that lingers with us, that makes us unique from other people. So, what are the dimension of personality? So, the big five personality traits, also known as the five factor model or the FFM, is a model based on common language descriptors of personality in lexical hypothesis. And this widely examined theory suggests five broad dimensions used by some psychologists to describe the human personality and, and psyche. So the five factors have been defined as openness to experience, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism, often listed under the acronyms OCEAN. So just remember that. So these are the dimension of personality. Well, if you score high in openness to experience, it means that you are inventive and curious, and that you tend to um, think outside of the box, and you cannot. You're this kind of person who doesn't like just being given the answer. You want to search for it. You are investigative. Okay. Now, if you score low under openness to experience, it means that you are cautious and conservative. Okay, you're not. You're this kind of person who is not willing to take a risk because you are worried that it might not end up well. Okay. Another dimension of personality is what we call conscientiousness. So if you score high in conscientiousness, it means that you are efficient and organized. Okay, you always like things in order. But if you score low in conscientiousness, it means that you are easygoing and careless. You are this kind of person who doesn't follow the book or or manuals. Okay, you just like to to do whatever it is that you enjoy doing and see what will happen from there. Okay, and then the next dimension of personality is extraversion. So if you score high under extraversion, it means that you are outgoing or energetic, that you like being with other people, and if not with other people, you like going out, you like um, going to places, finding new ways on how you can do things outside the comfort of your home. But if you score low, it means that you enjoy solitary and you are a very reserved person, that you would rather be alone. And then agreeableness. If if in this dimension of personality you score high, it means that you are friendly, compassionate, that people around you enjoys your friendship, and that you are easy to get along with, and that people likes working with you. But if you score low under agreeableness, it means that you are very competitive, you outspoken, you're not afraid to speak your mind and share your opinions to other people, even if they will not agree to you. Also, if you score high under neuroticism, it means that you are sensitive and nervous. Okay, you tend to worry a lot, and sometimes it takes the entire day for you to think about a very specific thing. And then if you score low under neuroticism, uh, it means that you are secure and confident. Yeah. Okay, that you are not that worried and you don't care what other people would say about you. So, yeah, there you go. So, the five dimension of personality or the five factor model tells us that some of us can actually be can actually have a high score in openness to experience or low and conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, neuroticism. Okay. Now, in developing personality, it includes activities that improve awareness and identity. It also develop talents and potential, build human capital, and facilitate employability, enhance quality of life, and contribute to the realization of dreams and aspirations. So, when personal development takes place in the context of institutions, it refers to the methods, programs, tools, techniques, and assessment systems that support human development at the individual level in organizations. So, personality development includes activities that develop talents. So, what are these activities that might actually help us in developing our talent? Okay, so if you feel like you are good in drawing or in arts, maybe you can try to continue on taking lessons on doing graphic arts or um, fine arts. If you think that you can be a good leader, then maybe it's good for you to attend seminars that will improve you to become a better leader. If you think that you have um, the talent in singing, then try voice lessons. Talent in sports, then try sports that will definitely that you think will definitely help you um, in any way. So, what's the significance or importance of personality development? So, to better appreciate its importance, some of the key benefits of developing your personality include the following. So, you must have the confidence, the credibility, and interaction. So, confidence, of course, if you continue on developing yourself, you will gain confidence. It will help you see yourself in a different perspective, that you will realize that you can do a lot of things. Also, it will give you credibility because when you continue on developing your personality, people will see you like, oh, this person is very believable. Like everyone is listening to this person because this person is not stopping in developing his or her talent. Okay. Also, personality development encourages people to interact with others because, of course, if you develop your personality and your skills, people will like you. People will uh, try to get close to you. People will love talking to you and you know learn something from you. Also, um, other benefits of developing your personality is that it will help you lead and motivate other people. Okay, because in developing your personality, you will realize that there are things that you can do and you're good at, and that it will help other people find their potential as well. Okay. And another benefit is curiosity. A single wrong word can destroy a business relationship. So, if you are developing your personality, of course, it will answer a lot of your questions, and it will help you get to know yourself better. And another benefit is communication skills. Of course, developing your personality will help you improve in that area. So, I keep on talking about personality, but let's take a look at the history of it, like where does it come from. So in studying personality, we have to understand the theories behind it. Many psychologists have developed theories about personality. That's why there is an entire subject that actually talks about personality per se. So many psychologists have developed it, um, about personality and how to describe it, how it emerges, what influences it, how it changes, and what constitutes a healthy or an abnormal personality. So the first of the modern personality theories was developed by Sigmund Freud, and it is known as psychoanalytic theory. The psychiatric practice of this theory is called psychoanalysis. Freud's ideas were plentiful, profound, and often controversial, and his theory about personality has had tremendous influence on societies around the world. So through many different disciplines. Freud theorized that personality contains three structures: the id, ego, and superego, and that the mind is like an iceberg, according to him. The unconscious is making up 90%, the while the conscious is like the tip of the iceberg floating above water makes only 10% of the mind. So, according to psychoanalytic theory, most of what controls our behaviors, thoughts, and feelings is unknown to our aware minds. Normally, the unconscious guides us. And Freud said that the mind could be divided into three abstract categories. These are the id, ego, and the superego. So, as you can see here, in the iceberg, okay, whatever we have in mind right now is what the conscious mind, like say for example, if I'm hungry, I'm conscious about it. I can feel it, my stomach is aching because I want to eat, I'm craving for it. Okay, but of course there are things uh, under or below the conscious mind, which is the preconscious and the unconscious mind, that tells us that yes, you're hungry, but right now, um, it is not possible because you are doing other things. So you have to think of it, you have to think about eating later, something like that. Or maybe other unconscious thoughts is, yes, you're hungry. That is present. But how are you going to get food? Do you have money? Okay. If you don't have money, where are you getting food? Or how are you getting food? So the mind could be divided into three abstract categories, he said. So let me introduce to you the id, Latin for the term it. This division of the mind includes our basic instincts, inborn dispositions, and animalistic urges. So it includes your present and also the example of which the basic instincts is your hunger, your thirst, sleep, and sex. Okay, all of these things and is part of your id. Okay, the ego is Greek and Latin for I. This personality structure begins developing in childhood and can be interpreted as the self. The ego is partly conscious and partly unconscious. Okay, so the id is, say for example, the id is telling us we're hungry. It's selfish. It always want what it wants. Like if it's hungry, it wants food. Okay, but the ego is the one that finds food, and it is the part of the person that finds way to satisfy the id, because the id is always um, just looking for how to satisfy itself. Okay, now the superego, or this term means above the ego, includes the moral ideas that a person learns within the family and society. Okay, so say for example, going back to the example of being hungry, says the id. Okay, the ego will say, okay, let's find food. But I don't have money. And I found a bakery there, which looks delicious. There are bread there that looks delicious and pastry. So, should I steal? And the superego will be the one that tells you, wait a minute, stealing is bad. And if you do that, you will be in trouble. Like you might go to jail because of stealing. So you really have to consider this and find another way to get yourself food. So that's how it works. Okay. So the superego is like the conscience. It it is the one that tells us what is right and wrong. Okay. Now, although these are known as structures, do not take the term literally. Freud did not mean that these are physical parts of our bodies or our brains. He coined these terms and proposed this division of the mind as abstract ideas meant to help us understand how personality develops and works and how illnesses can develop. So Freud theorized that healthy personality development requires a balance between the id and the superego. So these two divisions of the mind are naturally at conflict with one another. So the id attempts to satisfy animal biological urges, while the superego preaches patience and restraint. So the struggle between these two is an example of intrapsychic conflict within the mind. According to psychoanalytic theory, defense mechanisms are automatic or unconscious reactions to the fear that the id's desire will overwhelm the ego. And that is the problem. That is when the problem comes in. Okay, your personality will be at risk if if the person will always listen to the id. Like I want this, I want that. Say for example, for a person who has obsession or obsessive thoughts over an object, all they want is to get what it is that they want. And if they do that, even if there is a risk of them being endangered, they will not listen to the superego. Okay, so people with usually the people with psychological disorders have a is having a problem with how to listen to their superego. Okay, now Erikson theory converted Freud's emphasis to a focus on social relationships into 8 psychosocial stages. These stages became known as the 8 ages of man. So Erickson's psychosocial stages or 8 ages of man are the following: trust versus mistrust, autonomy versus shame, initiative versus guilt, industry versus inferiority. In the adolescent year, identity versus role of confusion, young adult, intimacy versus isolation, middle-aged adult are facing generativity versus stagnation, and aged people or old adult um, are facing integrity versus despair stage. So, in considering all these things, like following the theories of personality and how to develop one's personality, are we guaranteed to have success? Like, if say for example, I know how to balance my id and my superego, I was able to surpass these ages of man or the psychosocial stages successfully. Like I'm in the stage wherein I keep on gaining the positive side of it. Okay. So does it mean that I am already successful? Well, success is the progressive realization of a worthy goal. So what do we mean by that? Success is not the end. Oh my god. Sorry about that. Okay. Success is something that is progressive. It means that success is a journey, not a destination. It is continuous. So it doesn't mean that you are successful right now. It's the end. It will that success will just will stop there. So it has to be continuous. There will be episodes of your life that you will that you will have failures, and that is okay because success is just on the way. You just have to continue on living. Realization, it means it is an experience. Okay, so success is not really um, it is not just a word. It is an experience um, that people encounters or people experience. So even let's say in the long run, while you are struggling right now, there are there are small victories that you have to see. Okay, so what are these small victories? That let's say you were able to meet a deadline, that you were able to meet the quota of your company, that you were able to reach out to another person, that you're still alive. Okay, these are small things that you have to emphasize for you to realize that you are succeeding, that you're not a failure. Also, worthy, it refers to our value system. Okay, so success increases your worth. Okay, but success is um, relative. What do we mean by that? People have their own definition of successes. For some, maybe success is defined by having properties, house and lot, cars, and maybe a large amount of money in their bank account. So that is their definition of success. But for other people, success is maybe is just being able to graduate or being promoted or having lunch for after working in the morning. So that is success is actually different to everyone. Another is another concept of success is goals. So they are important because they give us a sense of direction. So for us to know if we are succeeding is for us to realize whether we are meeting our goals. Okay, because there are people who have a lot of things in their mind that they want to achieve, that if they won't be able to achieve it, then they will feel like a failure. Okay, but goals doesn't have to be like a huge one. You can just come up with small goals every day, like be able to finish your work. That is a small goal. That if you will be able to finish your work, it means that you have succeed for that day. So, you know, all these things are concept of success. And and success is again, just like what I keep saying, it is it is not the same, okay, to everyone. So why goals are important, okay? So most people don't know how to set goals. Some set goals that are too general, like I want to be rich. That is a very general goal. Like, I want to be successful, but how do you define success? I want to become famous, okay? But how do you want to become famous? Because um, popularity varies. Like, you can be popular doing good things, you can also be popular doing bad things, okay? Still, both are famous people, okay? So, there are, in reality, fantasies common to everyone. Like goals, on the other hand, are clear, written, specific, and measurable. So when you come up with your goal, you have to make sure that it is something that you can attain. Okay? Try to remember SMART. Okay? Specific. It means that you have to think of a goal um, that is very, yeah, just like what I said, specific. Okay, so say for example, my goal in 5 years, or maybe no, no, no. Before the end of the year, my goal is to finish the research that I'm writing. So it's very specific. Okay, measurable. Is it measurable? Yes, because I only have before the end of the year. And I think if I'll be continuing on writing it, I'll be able to finish it. Okay. Is it difficult or not? Yes, of course it is difficult. That's why I have to continue on writing it. A is for attainable. Is it attainable? Of course. If I will not stop writing it, or if I will be just diligent in doing that, I know that I'll be able to attain it. Realistic, it is realistic because my research is real, and working on it is not a dream or not a fantasy. It is real. Sorry about that. Okay, and time bound, of course. So there is a specific time and date that I have to finish it. I have a deadline. So that is how you set goals. Okay, most people fear failure, of course. I myself is afraid to fail. Failure hurts, but it is often necessary to experience failure in order to achieve the greatest success. Because if you will not fail, you will not appreciate the success that is coming your way. So some goals are called away from goals. These are usually framed in the negative. Here are a few examples. Like, I don't want to smoke anymore. I don't want to be unfit. I don't want to be overweight. I don't want to be broke. Now let's try to reframe them in the positive note. I am a non smoker. I am fit and healthy. I am at my ideal weight. I can cover my bills. So, to be more precise, an ideal goal should be expressed in the positive, be time bound and specific. So, say for example, if you are smoking and you don't want to smoke anymore, you should try to set a goal that um, right now maybe you are consuming like three three boxes of cigarettes a day. So next month, maybe you can lessen it to two next month. After that, maybe one box per day. And then after that, maybe a few sticks, half a box, and then one fourth of the box until you reach that point that you are no longer a smoker. So when your body is no longer asking for it, then yeah, you reach your goal. Okay. So it is progressive. It doesn't have to be right away. It doesn't have to be instant or abrupt. You have to have that you have to set a time frame for your goal. What are the factors responsible for success? Of course, you have to want it. You must have the desire, okay? Because in developing your personality, it is important that you want to develop it. Okay, it is not something that um, the people will just share to you, and then your personality will change. Unless you want it, of course, you have to motivate yourself. So the motivation to success comes from the burning desire to achieve a purpose. Just like what Napoleon Hill said, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, the man can achieve. Okay, I know it is very difficult, sorry, to develop your personality and enhance your skills. It is not a joke, it is not easy. Nobody develop their personality or skills overnight. But if you want it, it is not impossible. Like, say for example, I want to learn how to dance because I'm not good at dancing. But what am I doing to develop or to enhance my skills in dancing? Am I attending dance lessons? Am I watching YouTube videos and trying to imitate the moves? Am I attending maybe Zumba sessions, or um, or attending some parties where people are dancing? Okay. So if I really want to enhance my skill and develop myself in terms of dancing, then I will have to do those things for me to learn how to dance. Okay. Commitment is really important because if you don't, if you're not committed to develop yourself or enhance your skill, then you're just, you're just fooling yourself. Okay. You have to be consistent. You have to be you have to have the kind of, not only the desire, but you have to have the discipline that you will be continuing on doing it or practicing it for you to become better. So integrity and wisdom are the two pillars on which to build and keep commitments. Integrity is keeping your commitment even if you lose money, and wisdom is not to make such foolish commitments. So some store manager actually said that. Okay. So you must have the you must have the right mind, put all your thoughts to it, that you really want to commit to something, and you have to stand by it. The integrity. Okay, that no matter how um, say for example, I want to stay fit. Okay, being on a diet or committing to a workout or an exercise is very difficult. Like, it's a punishment. It feels like a punishment. But if you want to stay fit, you have to commit to it. So even if you are presented with delicious food in front of you, you must have the integrity to not to look at the food or try to taste it, because you know that it will ruin your diet. Also, responsibility. People with character accept responsibilities. Accepting responsibilities involves taking risks and being accountable, which is sometimes uncomfortable. A duty which becomes a desire will ultimately become a delight, just like what George Cricker said. So, in developing your personality and enhancing your skills, it is it is something that you are doing for yourself. You're not doing it for other people. So you have to be very responsible and accountable, not to other people, but to yourself. Because if you really want it, even if that makes you feel uncomfortable, you will abide by it. You will, because you have no one to blame if it fails, because that's your decision that you made. Okay, like, I want to become an artist one day. So I will start learning arts. I will start drawing. I will start painting. So all the things that I'll be needing, all the materials that I'll be needing, of course, I will buy it. All the lessons that I have to attend to, I will go there, because I am responsible to the skills that I am hoping to gain. Hard work. Success is not something that you run into by accident. It takes a lot of preparation and character. It takes sacrifice and self discipline. So there is no substitute for hard work. According to Henry Ford, the harder you work, the luckier you get. Also, Michelangelo said, if people knew how hard I had to work to gain my mastery, it wouldn't seem wonderful at all. So, success is not something that we can buy. Okay, if we want to have success in life, we really have to work hard for it. We have to sacrifice a lot of things. We have to have that discipline, because without working hard, we will not be able to get it. unless you are just too lucky that every success is coming your way. Character is the sum total of a person's values, beliefs, and personality. It is reflected in our behavior and in our actions. So George Washington actually mentioned, I hope I shall always possess firmness and virtue enough to maintain what I consider the most valuable of all titles, the character of an honest man. So, um, do you have that value or belief system that if you want something, you will work hard for it? Okay, because if you have that, of course, it will reflect on what you do. Like you don't just say them with your mouth, you do them with your actions that people can actually see. Like, as an example, I have a friend who always tell everyone that he will become he will become as a popular singer one day, and then um, we keep on wondering when is that going to happen or if that is ever going to happen. So my friend is always attending auditions, trying out, singing contests, winning here and there, and he's not yet contented to that. That's why he did voice lessons, and then he joined a group for him to learn more. He even pays for these lessons, and he's always practicing. Like every single day, he's practicing. So we can see that he has this character of a singer who really want to become famous one day. So whatever it is that you have in mind, you have to believe it. You have to be firm about having that kind of skill. Positive believing. So having a positive attitude and being motivated is a choice that we make every morning. Are we going to stand up, wake up, and face another day? Are we ready to face all the problems that is coming our way? So living a positive life is not easy, but then neither is negative living. So you have two choices. Either you think positive or you think negative. Which is easier? Is it easier for you to be angry all the time and to think that everything is going to be ruined? So given a choice, I personally would go for positive living. Positive thinking is better than negative thinking, and it will help us use our abilities to the fullest. Positive believing is a lot more than positive thinking. Because in positive thinking, maybe you're just thinking, yeah, good things will happen to me because I'm not thinking anything negative right now. But positive believing is believing that it will happen to you because you want it to happen to you. And you know that you have the capabilities to achieve those goals. Also, you have to give more than you get. Okay? Some people wants to take and take and take things. Okay? It is important that you share what you have. Like if it's talent that you have, you share it with people. Because in the long run, of course, while you are helping other people, you are also helping yourself. You are enhancing your skills. So it is easy to succeed today because we have no competition. If you want to get ahead of life, in life, you go the extra mile. There is no competition on the extra mile. So sharing or giving what you have, the skills or whatever talents that you have, um, it it is it is a gift to you. So if you share it with others, other people will also be blessed. So what are the advantages of doing more than you get paid for? You make yourself more valuable regardless of what you do and where you work. Like your employers or the people you are working with will see the hard work that you are doing. That even if you are just receiving a small amount of money, you're working like you're receiving millions. And With that appreciation, you will get to places. People will recognize you, will appreciate you, and you will always hear good things about you. It gives you more confidence because the more you practice it, the more you do things for people, it will also give you confidence. People start looking at you as a leader because you are sharing whatever you have. Others will start trusting you. Superiors will start respecting you. It breeds loyalty from both your subordinates and your superiors, and it generates cooperation. Now, the power of persistence. I don't know if you guys have that. So, talent will not, nothing is more common than unsuccessful people with talent. Genius will not. Unrewarded genius is a proverb. Education will not. The world is full of educated derelicts. Persistence means commitment and determination. So you have to have that decision to continue on even if the top keeps going. Like today is difficult. I was humiliated by my boss, but that's okay. Just as long that you will not stop, as long as you will continue on living, as long as you will uh, just do whatever it takes to achieve your goal. Persistence and determination alone are omnipotent. It means that it will lead you to unlimited opportunities. Now, what are the hurdles in achieving success? Although there are a lot of potential obstacles, the following hurdles are more common. First is if you lack the information. If you don't know how to find the things that will help you develop your personality and your skills, like if you want to become a baker one day and you don't know where to go to learn how to bake, or you're not given the resources, of course, that people around you is not supporting you in your dreams, of course, it will be a hurdle for you to achieve your success. Also, if you lack the skills, you want to be successful, but you don't have the skills, and that is why we are trying to talk about this today for you to find a way on how you can enhance your skills. Like if you need to develop or improve your communication skills, then attend webinars like this, and it will teach you a thing or two about how you can improve your skills. Okay, so because skills is very important, people relies on skills. People look at your skills and they judge you based on your skills. Okay, another is limiting beliefs. Some people tend to think that, oh no, I cannot do this because I'm like this and that, and I don't have um, the resources. Nobody is supporting me. So you are believing all those things. And that's why you are stopping, because you think you don't have what it takes to be successful. Okay, so if you keep on limiting yourself and stopping yourself from doing things because you believe that you will not succeed, of course, you will not succeed. What else? Your well being is also a hurdle. Say, for example, if you really want to achieve something, you have to check yourself. Are you okay? Mentally, physically, emotionally, psychologically. All these are the what makes up your personality and your well being. Okay, so for you to succeed, you must have a good balance, sense of balance of your well-being. Also, another hurdle in achieving your success sometimes are other people, especially those who are close to you and who doesn't believe you. So other people will criticize you, will give you negative feedbacks, and if you listen to them, of course, it might ruin your chances to succeed. And then another hurdle is, of course, own motivation, because sometimes all we need to hear is our own voice telling us that I'm good enough to do whatever I want to do, to achieve whatever I want to achieve. Okay? But if you keep on talking negatively towards yourself, of course, it will stop you from succeeding in life. What else? Of course, time. We have very limited time. We always have, we tend to have this notion of rushing and cramming and running, chasing after time. And this is something that is so important because if you want to develop your personality and enhance your skills, you have to set a time for it. You have to decide that I want this and I will do this for myself. Okay. Now, even if we want those things, but we don't have money, sometimes it is also a hurdle to success. Okay, but don't worry because there are um, there are places that you just have to find to help you out, or there are people who can help you out in achieving your goal, even if you don't have money. Like, say for example, if you want to become a doctor one day and you don't have money, you just need to find a school that gives scholarship or people who's willing to sponsor you. Mhm. Okay, what else? Fear. Okay, this is our worst enemy because if we are afraid that we will just fail, of course we will not move one step forward our goal. Okay, so that's why you have to face your fears and believe that uh, everything is achievable if we will just if we will just be strong enough or brave enough to face them. So failure can be defined as the state or condition of not achieving a desirable or intended objective. It can be considered the opposite of success, but failure is actually just a state of mind. Look at the following failures and come to a conclusion yourself. Only 400 Cokes were sold in its first year of production. So for 1 year, can you imagine that? It's like only one bottle a day. And if you are into manufacturing, you will understand that it is bound for failure because if that is the case, they're not gaining profit from it. They're not gaining profit from Coke. So, what do you think will happen if the founder of Coke or Coca-Cola stopped from reproducing Cokes? I'm sure that he will not be the billionaire that he is right now. What else? Albert Einstein's PhD dissertation was rejected. So if Albert Einstein stopped believing in himself and stopped writing his dissertation when it was rejected and believed the critics, then he will not be known in this age, in this time, as the smartest person in the world. Henry Ford has had two bankruptcies before his famous success. So if Henry Ford stopped when he failed and he experienced bankruptcies, I'm sure that there will be no more cars in this age. Thomas Alva Edison, the inventor of the electric bulb, failed no less than 10,000 times, I'm sorry about the number, before succeeding. So how many bulbs died or exploded in his face before he succeeded in coming up with a single light bulb? But he said, I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways that won't work. So that is uh, the best example of positive belief. Disappointments, rejections, unsuccessful attempts were not failures to the successful people. They used them as a stepping stone to success. So men succeed when they realize that their failures are the preparation for their victories. That is what Ralph Waldo Emerson said. Okay, so what causes failure? The following factors can be considered as causes of failure, and the most common failure causing problems and their solutions. So, if you are this kind of person who lack persistence, who lack conviction or belief, who always rationalize that, yeah, it's okay, I cannot achieve it because I'm poor, because I'm old, because I'm a woman, because I don't have the physical potency to do that. Of course, what else? Dismissal of past mistakes that keeps on, you know, that you keep on dragging with you in the present. Like, I don't think I will succeed because the last time I tried, I failed, right? Also, lack of discipline, that even if you want to start enhancing your skill, it's you keep on making excuses that I cannot do it right now because I'm too busy. I cannot do it right now because of this and that. What else? Poor self-esteem. So if you don't see your value, if you don't see your worth, and if you don't see that you can actually achieve something, of course, you are bound to fail again. And fatalistic attitudes sometimes may actually lead you to failure. You have to fight for what you want. You have to want it so bad, like you are fighting for the air that you're breathing. So that will be all for now. I hope that you learned something about developing your personality and enhancing your skills. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. I hope failure is the success, ma'am. Right?
Yes.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. I hope our participants learned something new from you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, after a short video clips, we come back again with our Q&A session. Okay, ma'am? Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you.
Dear participants, today we have no quiz competition, so we run our Q&A session only. After a short video clips, we come back again. Dear participants, welcome back. This is our Q&A session time. You can send your question in our comment box. Ma'am, our first question is, good afternoon, ma'am. And the question is, what determines the development of personality?
Okay, so what determines the development of personality? The determination lies in the person. Like, if you feel like there is a part of you that needs to be developed, like If, say for example, if you, just like what we discussed a while ago, that there are 5 dimensions of personality, and there is a dimension there that needs to improve, then you can find ways on how to develop it.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, we are waiting for your question. If you have any question related to this topic, you can ask the question in the comment box. Our speaker are ready to answer the question. And our next question is, what if you feel scattered between different areas and you know which pathway to continue it? And and do you advise to keep improving myself in my current domain or take the risk and see others?
Okay, so with regards to this question, um, okay, well, I will always advise that we keep on, or we continue on improving ourselves, because this is something that should not stop. Okay, as we grow old and grow up, of course, we should not we should not stop learning. We should not stop listening to people. We should not stop gaining knowledge and enhancing our skills. So if you want to try other domains, like maybe say for example, I'm not really good in sports. Even if I tried it, maybe you can. Yeah, it's not bad for you to take risk and try other things, so that at least you will have no regret, that in the future you can tell yourself that at least I tried it, even if it is not something I can be good at.
Thank you, ma'am. Never stop learning. Dear participants, we are still waiting for your question. Dear participants, we are still waiting for your question. If you have any question related to this topic, you can ask the question in the comment box. Thank you so much, ma'am. We have no more questions. Thank you so much for your wonderful presentation. And ma'am, we have a question. And the question is, what makes a personality strong or weak?
Oh, okay. What makes a personality strong or weak? Um, well, I think it is actually wrong for us to say that this person have a strong personality or this person have a weak personality. Maybe we can just say that this person is dominant, or this person is very sensitive. Okay, because there's no such thing as strong or weak. Like, if that person has a very high sensitivity, then the sensitivity is strong and not weak, right? So what makes it strong or weak, or it's not, is in, for me, for me, but this is just my opinion. um it is not the right way to say it. Okay, but if you are asking me how to make yourself dominant, or how to make yourself a bit sensitive about things, okay, that is something that you can learn along the way. something that you may uh, study, okay, or find um, seminars like this that will enhance your dominance towards other people.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your wonderful answer. And thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and sharing your valuable time with our participants. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Dear participants, today our program name is Developing Personality and Enhancing Skills. And today our certificate code is IGP. There is something wrong in my laptop. And today's our certificate code is IGP 9874. The code is IGP 9874. Without code, no one is eligible for certificate. So to download your certificate, the code is required. So take the screenshot of this code or note down the code in your cell. With quick code, you can claim your certificate anytime from our website. And without an account on our website, you can visit only, but you can do anything functionally. So to download your certificate, first of all, you have to go to our website. Our website address is eduigp.com. If you don't have an account on our website, first of all, you have to create an account, and after that, you have to enroll our today's program. And after that, you have to enter the code, and the code is IGP9874. And after that, you can download your certificate. After downloading your certificate, don't forget to celebrate with IGP checking. Thank you everyone for your active participation in this session. I hope you learned something new from our speaker. Thank you everyone. Stay happy and stay safe.